Right, well, it would normally be time to get some news with the indescribable, inimitable, and insufferable Monty Astor, but the fucker isn't here. So, I'm just going to give him a call and see what's what. Let's see how this goes. Okay.
Who is this?
Hello, Monty, it's Dave.
Oh, hello, David. How are you?
Yeah, I'm alright, mate. Where are you?
Well, I'm still in the Paralympics.
Right, okay. I've had nothing from Gurgit, I've had nothing from you. What's going on?
Well, don't get me bloody started with Gurgit, David. I don't know if you recall, a couple of weeks ago, we were supposed to do some Paralympic coverage.
Yes.
And Gurgit never bloody showed up, did he? And what happened was, it turns out, he'd been out on the lam, got himself arrested or something along those lines. He did phone me, good laugh, for a boys' trip. I didn't think he had it in him. But basically, I've not heard no hide from him since.
So you don't know where he is?
I have no idea where he is, to be quite honest. I'm getting sick and tired of this bloody unprofessionalism from him.
Well, on the topic of unprofessionalism, have you got any... First of all, have you got any Paralympics updates, and have you got any news?
Oh, well, the update for the Paralympics is that it's finished, so I'm told. So no more of that. But so don't worry.
Why are you still over there?
I'm over. Well, we had the chalet for another couple of weeks, so I thought I'd stay.
So you're not back for a couple of weeks. You just don't. Unbelievable.
Well,
so
what's the problem here, David?
This is currently a one-man show. This is currently this. I'm doing everything. E-Frame's useless. E-Frame's got other responsibilities. He's not a tech guy. He's a great cleaner. But he's not a tech guy. He's doing his best. He's going through the comments. He's picking out some shit ones, to be honest with you. But I need Gurgit and I need you with the news.
Oh, don't tell me about needing bloody Gurgit. I've needed him for two whole weeks now, damn it. And he's not shown up.
What are you doing about the news? What are you doing about the news?
Well, you know, I could put something together for you, David. Of course we can. You know,
if you don't mind.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, David. What I'll do, there's a newspaper shop down the road, and what I'll do is I'll go and get the newspaper. Well, I'll send Raymond down. You know how it is. We're quite busy here. And in accordance, how long would you say you'll need the headlines in?
Well, just your usual... I mean, this should be the segment. This should be the segment where you're telling us the news, and then we catch up with you a bit later and get a bit more news. So how about you just give us like 7 or 8 minutes of news later? I know you're on holiday. I know you... This is such a fuck-up. It's unbelievable.
And a wonderful holiday we're having, David. It's really lovely here. I didn't realise. I was talking to my good friend William. By the way, he's okay there, so I don't know why you're getting on at me about it. But William was saying the reason you didn't come out, you have a crippling fear of disabled people.
Well, it's not a fear, it's a phobia.
Oh, yeah, well, that's what I meant. A phobia of disabled people. I know what you mean. I have a phobia of spiders myself. Terrifying things. I can't imagine what it would be like watching an entire Olympics dedicated to spiders.
Well, that's exactly how I feel. Very, very similar sensation of... I could watch it on television. It makes me feel a bit queasy, but in person, just absolute no-go at all.
And how do you react to it? Do you come out in hives? Do you scream like a little girl?
I can't breathe very well. It's like a tight feeling in the chest.
Are you sure that's not the HIV?
I'm pretty sure, because it only happens around the disabled. So for example, I was in the post office the other day, and a young gentleman came in with his carer, and I started to feel the tightness in the chest. It's different for different disabilities. He was, what's the technical, the mental one. They're a bit, they look normal, but they're a bit mongy, whatever that is. And
well, that's not really narrowing it down now, is it, David? There's a lot of that going about.
yeah, and it was in Symphony, so yeah, it might. Anyway, whatever. My body reacted in such a way that I couldn't breathe very well, so I had to excuse myself and go outside. Got my breath, and then I do these exercises where I contextualize, where I pretend that these disabled people are just pretending. So my therapist said, if you just pretend that they're pretending, that they're being, I like with your mates where you go, like that, and you pretend. So if I pretend they're pretending, I can sort of cope. But I couldn't do that at the Paralympics because, I know they're all disabled.
Well, the thing is, David, what you've got to realise is a lot of them are putting it on. If the figures to be anything to be believed, all this benefit fraud going about, they are pretending, faking it, if you will, hamming it up.
You reckon that's part of the facade, that they joined the Paralympic team to keep up what they're trying to fake?
Well, in for a penny, in for a pound, I say. Maybe that's what they're doing. Who would question someone that's got an OBE?
Well, you know what athletes are like as well. They'd do anything to win. Jeez.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. That's why I don't trust a lot of these transgender sports people trying to get into women's sports, Women's sports are a lot easier, I'm trying to watch it. Bloody boring, if you ask me. And they sit there crying about equal payment and whatnot, the men are paid more than us. Yes, because the men's is bloody good sport. This is, at best, pandering is what it is. And so, yes, I do believe, some of them would do anything it would take. You could see these ones. What's her face? Caster Semenya. You remember the South African runner who had a very high testosterone, if I remember correctly. Claiming.
You know why?
Why?
It was a bloke.
Exactly. Well, that's what I was going to say, David. That's where we're coming together here nicely. We know. We know you can't pull the wool over our eyes. We know what's going on here. It's some fella saying they can run faster. They don't, this new wave of transgender people, they don't understand. Look at Caitlyn Jenner. Look at her. She won her bloody gold medals before she changed into a man. And she did it against the blokes. So you respect her titles, don't you?
Yeah, she did it properly.
Exactly. These people doing it in advance, what you want to do, get your sporting career out the way. From what I've heard, very hard to maintain a relationship anyway. So should you want to transform, or transition is the word I was looking for. Should you want to transition after you complete your career, then go ahead. And those medals will still be valid. But if you want to do it before, you're making it easier for yourself.
Yeah, it's a good point, that. I tell you what, you said a word there. It made me wish that was a sport. Pandering.
Pandering?
You just make the bears fight. I wish that was a sport.
Well, I do believe they're trying to get them to mate in China.
Oh, no longer endangered, so they're doing a good job.
Exactly. They're doing a bloody great job. But really, when you think about it, David, do we need any more Chinese on the planet?
No. Well, there's a lot of controversy about the numbers. Some people think they're lying, that there isn't that many.
What? The Chinese are lying?
Yeah, that the Chinese say we've got 1.4 billion, and then it's actually, no, we've really only got 500 million.
Well, I wouldn't put it past them, David. I don't trust them. It's all in the eyes,
Yeah. You can't look them in the eye. So How can you trust them? How can you maintain eye contact if they're squinting all the time? Yeah, shifty. Very shifty people. Anyway,
very shifty people. Very.
Get a paper, get some headlines, and get back to me. How about that?
Oh, yes, that's right. The headlines. Don't you worry, Dave.
If you don't mind.
I will get Raymond to go to the shop for me now. Raymond, go to the shop. Get me some newspapers. David wants some headlines. Post haste. Yes, Raymond's on it now, David. I don't know if you heard that. Raymond's going to get me some headlines. And I'll be back. And what I'll do, David, I do believe I've got the song somewhere. The one that Gurgin plays in the background while I'm reading the headlines. I'll play that down the stereo.
At least that'll feel like it's almost professional.
Oh, you won't even notice the difference, David. It'll be fantastic.
All right, okay. We'll catch up later.
Toodaloo, David. All the best.
In Derbyshire and East Staffordshire, BBC Radio Derby.